And welcome to day 5 of my 12 Days of Craft series. I had a little bit of some technical difficulties with my other camera, as I have in the last couple of weeks. So I decided to record this using my phone, and I apologize for the shakiness. I will try to make this as short and sweet as possible. You're looking at my project for day 5. It is a corkboard that I found at a thrift store about a year and a half ago. And it used to be this dark blue color, and the top thing up there, the metal thing, was that black, but it was lighter. So I actually painted it about 6 months ago. I decided to go ahead and start painting it. Since it had a matte finish, I didn't primer it or sand it or anything. I just painted right over it with some 2 different acrylic paints, red acrylic paints, and it kind of looks blotchy up there because I then glimmer misted it with red-nosed reindeer glimmer mist, and it sat for about 4 months or so, which time I didn't do anything with it. So I needed to include it in this series because I wanted to get it done and get it up. I recently kind of restructured and redid my scrap room due to this corner of our home, of our basement, flooding this past summer. So anyway, that will be for another episode. But anyway, with this one, what I did was, let me see if I can, let's see. Okay, the actual corkboard itself, the person who painted it blue, didn't have a very steady hand. So there was a big blotch of paint right there that I covered up with that little ribbon rose. And there was a bunch of paint on these 2 sides here that was actually on the corkboard and not on the wood. So I decided to go around with all that pearl trim all the way around just to make it look cohesive and cover up some of that blue paint. I didn't want to paint the corkboard, so that's why I did that. So let me start up here. Up here I have a glittered chipboard G, lowercase g. I love that font, and I had one of those in my stash, and that's probably a 2.5 inch letter, and I love it. So I used that on the top there, and then I've got some black rhinestone flourishes. I used a Martha Stewart butterfly punch with a red rhinestone there, and then I've got this beautiful red and black crocheted flower with one of the little ribbon roses that Anna sent me in this last swap we did. Hi, Anna. And I have, if you can see barely, you can see some little pearl strands up there just kind of poking out. So so that is that. Okay, you can kind of see the shimmer a little bit. So I move on a little bit. Oh, and one other thing I did that I didn't mention is I did distress the edges of the entire thing inside and out. You can see a little bit of black there, and you can see it on the sides. I used some black distress ink just to kind of distress it a little bit, and I like how that turned out. Okay, here you can see this black trim, and I put that along the bottom, and then I've got 2 crochet doilies under here, and Anna, I would think you would be so proud. You've taught me well. So I used 2 of those, and they're kind of in a cream color. And then I've got some rosettes here, these black ones, and they are from, sorry, I looked down from they're from a trim that Letty gifted me. And so I just cut them off and took off the tulle. And I'm sure all of you know that. Anyway, and then these are 2 Wild Orchid Crafts roses. And then here's some more of those flowers that Anna and I think Letty sent me as well. And then I've got a bunch of those little red ribbon roses, and those are from Walmart, and I'm not sure the brand on those, but that's the other one that I used here to cover up that big dot of blue paint. And then there's some more flourishes, and this one kind of curves around to the side there. And again, another Martha Stewart butterfly punch, and this is a Cuttlebug die and embossing that I did. And there's some black rhinestones in the center and a red one in the center of that. And then I used these the stems from the Wild Orchid Crafts roses. I used those to just kind of fill in the space a little bit. So one down here, there's some pearl strands in different places. These little white flowers are fillers that I took off of a spray that I got from the dollar store like ages ago. I don't know how long I've had them, but anyway, I use those to kind of fill in the space a little bit. And I think that was it. Oh, and here's another one of those red and black crocheted flowers. And I have a dear friend of mine who made these for me. Both these doilies and these flowers. And I did a little bit of what Anna taught me, and I used some embroidery floss, embroidery thread rather, to loop under that. And then I used the buckle and the flat back pearl that Anna sent me in the last swap. So I absolutely love this, and I had wanted a corkboard forever. At least a year and a half. When I bought this at the thrift store, I wanted it. So anyway, I'm glad that it is completed and it's up on my wall above my desk, and I'm just ready to, I think I'm going to go and get some push pins that are either red, black, or cream, or even a natural wood color that I've seen at Walmart. So anyway, that is my project for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.